Quick question. Have you ever like opened your bank account, went to check your bank account with like one eye open, like emotionally bracing for impact? It's money's like one of those crazy things, right? It's like you can be fully aligned, enlightened being, divinely connected, and then there's a problem with money, and we in survival mode in like 2 seconds flat. You know, that's what I want to talk about today because money is one of those things that can turn a fully conscious human being into a really panicked version of themselves in about 3 seconds. That's what I want to talk about. You can feel that this isn't really about money, what we're willing to look at in our lives. It's about what we avoid and what we can stay present with, and I want to bring this to a deeper context. I want to share with you some lines from Hello, brother. Good to see you. I see you're on here. So good to see you, man. I want to share some lines with you from Ernest Holmes, a reading that I found recently that I was using to prepare for a class. And these are the lines. God cannot fail. The divine never fail us if we have implicit confidence in. But we are so with fear, Ernest Holmes says, we're so caught up with fear and doubt and uncertainty that it becomes necessary for us to take time every day, our union with the great outflowing givingness. Holmes completes with, God has already made the gift. It's up to us to receive it. I want to start there because this, again, isn't about money. Money is not our source. Money is a tool invented by metaphysicians. Life is our source, right? Life sources us. Holmes says a constant outpouring of divine life, giving, moving, expressing, always. We can see it. Life is always for itself, always producing, taking more of itself out of it, making more without ever depleting itself. When I got to travel with Reverend Michael and Agape to Ghana, we met Brother Ishmael. Life goes before you and provides what is needed before you even know you need it. The funny thing is, I'm looking at my computer screen down here and a picture of my trip, and there's a picture of me, Reverend Michael, and Brother Ishmael just popped up on my screen. Okay. Brother Ishmael said, John, life goes before you and provides what is needed before you even know you need it. And I was like, how is that, brother? Understand that? He said, before you were born, your mother's breast had milk waiting for you. It's my bad Ghanaian accent. Before we could use our lungs to breathe, there was air. Before we could eat, there was food. Before we was already here. Everything we needed was already provided. That's the truth. So if that's the truth, then the question becomes, always feel that way. If it's there and provides what we needed before we need it, why doesn't it feel that way? And this is where it gets pretty real because money doesn't bank account. It lives in our nervous system. It shows up when our relationship with money shows up when money comes in. We feel when money goes out, connected and groundful and peaceful. And then something happens financially and there's a contraction or a tightness or a worry. How that shows up as anxiety. That's my relationship, your relationship with money. And I want to tie this directly to Ernest Holmes. Holmes says the divine will never fail us, but we are caught in fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And he reminds us daily, lift our minds above confusion. It's not that life is withholding anything from us. It's that something in us is not open to receive. Because money is one way that flow shows up in the material world. And it's meant to move. It's meant to go in and to out and to circulate. That's the nature of this spirit. But most of us don't stay open to that movement. And as I try and grip it, And I act when it goes out. And I avoid looking at it. Like, how many of us have a budget? How many of us are living according to our budget? Um, but homes, here's the shift: is that a structure is not about control. It's not about discipline. A structure is about reactivity. Structure is what tells life that I'm available for more. If divine order represented in my life, in my home, in my bank account, in my car, in my refrigerator, if divine order, if the things that I have, if I can't keep them in order, if there's not a structure to support what I have, then I'm telling the universe I don't have structure to structure is what signals to the ready to receive. God has already made the gift. Life has already made the gift. Leave it. So does my life actually to support and to receive what I say that I want? Does my life actually have the structure to receive what I actually want? So budgeting and paying attention to your bank account and your taxes and all that stuff is not about restriction. It's about moving friction. Every time we remove friction, even a little bit in our life, we increase flow. And as we increase flow, there's momentum. So structure, financial life structure in the financial dimension of our life is really about it's about creating a way that money can move cleanly. So tracking our money is not about control, but it's about becoming consciousness of the flow that we're already in and giving and circulating. It's not about losing. It's about staying in relationship with the outflow of life, the inflow of life, with the flow of life. Because underneath all this about money, it's really about whether we trust that life is supporting us. It's about whether we trust if life is for us. Do I feel in my heart of hearts, in my bones, Reverend Michael, that life has my back? This is the key. Ernest Holmes says in that reading, whatever I need, whenever I need it, wherever I need it, forever, how long I need it, it will always be at hand. That's the consciousness precedes form. So we must be in the consciousness that life is supporting us. We must live in the consciousness that whatever I need, however long I need it have it. Whatever I want. We have to be in the consciousness there is all that divine order exists. I don't have to create it. I don't have to force it. I don't have to manipulate it. I simply have to align with it. And as I align with it, life provides. I'm in flow. The question isn't, will life provide? The question is, can I receive it? Am I in alignment? And this is not something that we can figure out with our minds. It's something that we really feel with our bodies, right? Like experience it in real time. Take a minute, close your eyes, and imagine your bank account. And imagine 25% of it going right now. How does that, what's the feeling in your body? That's your relationship with money. Imagine you bring money into the field and you imagine receiving 25% more than you currently have. What does that cause? Is that like, oh, easy come, easy go? Is that, oh, I got this and I'm afraid I won't get more? Or there's no wrong answer. There's simply, what am I willing to look at? What am I willing to be aware of in my body? Our relationship with money doesn't live in our mind. It lives in our body. And, the deeper meaning is that the first layer of this financial life structure is the realization of source and supply. That life, money is not my source. Life, God, the presence, the givingness of source, and everything that I need is here. Can I align with it? That's the real question. you know, to reorient myself. A fear of not having enough, a belief that I won't be taken care of, a pattern of avoiding or controlling or gripping. Let that move, um, to install a new identity that I'm calm around money. Money comes in, goes out, and I remain steady. I'm someone that can hold flow. Um, thank you, sister. I appreciate that. So money, right? In what we just did, money didn't change. Our relationship to it did. And our structures, the structures in our financial dimension reinforce this feeling or pull us back into an old one. So, we want to really experience this in our bodies so that we can let this energy move, and allow this awareness around money to anchor in life is supporting me. I'm supported by life. And now I'm going to create structures in my life that signal to I can handle more. So I think that's felt, right? The contraction that we feel about money isn't permanent. Fear isn't permanent, right? Because our structures are what's going to help us move through that. Structure either reinforces the contraction or they support us opening up. So structure is what stabilizes a new relationship with this spirit of money. So I want to encourage you today, in the next 24 hours, to take one action, that will help you bring divine order, one act that will help remove friction in your financial dimension, that will help bring order. One act that's going to bring order into your financial world. Not 10 things, not a plan for the month, just one act. This isn't about fixing your finances. It's becoming someone who can receive cleanly to life, that I'm available for more, So that might be opening up a bank account and looking at it. It might be writing down exactly what's coming in and going out. It might be canceling a subscription that you forgot about, or something that's no longer aligned, or paying something off, or making a payment that you've been avoiding, or organizing one area of your finances, or just setting up a simple way to track your money. Just giving something, tithing something, giving even a small amount to stay in circulation. It doesn't need to be big. I just want to encourage you to do one thing in your financial dimension that's going to remove friction. If you do one little thing, maybe you'll do one more little thing. Baby steps, little steps in the direction of what you want will remove friction and increase flow. And the more you do those little steps, there's more flow and less friction. Okay. So ask yourself, what's that one act right now before we get off? What's that one act? What would bring more clarity, more order, more flow into my financial life right now? Think about it. Notice the first thing that comes up. Not the perfect thing, but the honest thing. And that's your act. That's the one thing. 24 hours. All right. You can send me a direct message if you did it. That would be so cool. I would love it if you did. All right. Have a beautiful day. Peace and blessings. And I'll see you next week.